Hej, mit navn det er Stig Ulrichsen, og velkommen her til Randers, hvor jeg læste ned i museet og satte mig ved det piano, hvor der kommer en dame og skal til at spille om et øjeblik. Damen er ikke frøken hvem som helst eller fru hvem som helst. Hun er lillesøster til pianospillernes konge, Gail Lewis. Ved det her klaver kommer hun til at sidde og spille en masse gode rock and roll sange fra sydstaterne i USA. Hun kommer til at spille nogle af de sange, som Elvis også har været kendt for, og i særdeleshed også hendes bror har været kendt for. Og indimellem da vil hun fortælle en masse rigtig sjove anekdoter omkring hendes tid, hvor hun blandt andet mødte Elvis, men også i det hele taget, hvad det vil sige at være lillesøster til en kendt sanger som Gail Lewis, der sørgede for, at deres liv med et slag ændrede sig. Så mine damer og herrer, følg med i dette program og de kommende programmer, hvor Gail Lewis' lillesøster Linda Gail Lewis vil give den hele armen på det her klaver.
I'm gonna write a little letter, gonna mail it to my local DJ. It's a jumping little record and I want my jockey to play. Roll over Beethoven, gotta hear it again today. You know my temperature's rising, jukebox blowing a fuse. Caught the rolling operator setting in at a rhythm review. Roll over Beethoven, tell Tchaikovsky the news. Well, if you're feeling like it, go get your lover, then reel and rock with one another. Then you move on down just a little bit farther, move and groove with one another. Roll over Beethoven, dig these rhythm and blues. Roll over Beethoven, 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 dig these rhythm and blues. Morten. Go ahead. Dancing like a glowworm, dancing like a spinning top. Got a crazy little partner and you ought to see him reel and rock. Long as he's got a dime, music won't never stop. Roll over Beethoven, 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 dig these rhythm and blues. It's early in the morning, giving you a warning, don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Hey, diddle diddle, playing my fiddle and I ain't got nothing to lose. Roll over Beethoven, dig these rhythm and blues. Roll over Beethoven, roll over Beethoven, roll over Beethoven, roll over Beethoven, roll over Beethoven. Dig these rhythm and blues. Roll over Beethoven, 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 and dig these rhythm and blues. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we thought it would be fun because Nowadays, a lot of people are talking about the $1 Million Quartet, and in America, they have a very successful musical going on there. It's in Chicago and Las Vegas. Of course, it's in New York. Hasn't come to Atlanta or Memphis yet. But anyway, my brother has seen the musical, and he thought it was really great. I haven't seen it yet. But we thought it would be fun tonight to do a song from each member of the $1 Million Quartet. And we're going to start out with a Carl Perkins song. This is one that me and Morten have played together a lot. Boppin' the Blues. You know all my friends are bopping the blues. You know it must be going round. All my friends are bopping the blues. It must be going round. I love you, baby, but I must be rhythm bound. Well, I went to see my doctor. He said, "Hun, you don't need no pill." Well, I went to see my doctor. He said, "Hun, you don't need no pills. I love you, baby, and you cure all my ills." Rock, bop, rhythm and blues. 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 Rhythm and blues, it must be going around. On board. And blues, he threw his crutches down. That old cat done got the rhythm and blues. He threw his crutches down. Grandma, he ain't trifling. That old cat's rhythm bound. Rock, bop, rhythm and blues. 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 Rhythm and blues, it must be going around. The blues, it must be going round. All my friends are bopping the blues, it must be going round. I love you, baby, but I must be rhythm bound. Rock, bop, rhythm and blues. 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 Rhythm and blues, it must be going around. Everybody say, rock, bop, rhythm and blues. 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 Rhythm and blues, it must be going around.
How is it to be back in Denmark again?
It's wonderful. It's especially wonderful to be back here. I love Randers. It's a great little town. And I really like being here at Graceland Randers.
You have been coming in Denmark for a lot of years now.
Well, I have. And this is kind of a new gig for me. This is my third year to come here. So I'm just now starting to settle down and feel at home here. But I have been coming here for a while, and I love to come to Denmark. It's really a great place to do gigs.
And the concert we are going to hear today is a little bit special because it's not because you have a big band with you.
This is the only gig that I do without a band. It's the only time I've ever played without a band. But of course, I have Morten on guitar, and Morten is so outstanding. He is an outstanding musician, and that makes it easier for me. But also, I like to talk to the people and tell some stories and things. So it's a different act for me, this act today. It is different.
Well, I'd like to do one of my brother's songs, and I think because we are talking about the $1 Million Quartet, I'll do one of his early songs, his earliest released, which is Crazy Arms, because back when all this happened, when him and Elvis and Carl and Johnny were sitting around Sun Records singing and playing and stuff, that was before a whole lot of shaking going on had come out. So I'll do Crazy Arms. You're not mine. Crazy arms that reach to hold somebody new, while this yearning heart keeps saying you're not mine. My troubled mind knows soon to another you'll be with, and that's why I'm lonely all the time. Now take all those crazy dreams I had for you and me. Why don't you take all that love I thought was mine? Someday your crazy arms will hold somebody new, and that's why I'm lonely all the time. Crazy arms that reach to hold somebody new, while this yearning heart keeps saying you're not mine, not mine, not mine. My troubled mind knows soon to another you'll be with, and that's why I'm lonely all the time. And that's why I'm lonely all the time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank y'all. Well, Morten, you and I haven't done this song before, but it doesn't matter. It'll be fine. I forgot to tell you, but I want to do Ring of Fire tonight. Is that okay? In the key of G. You know, when we were on the road with Johnny Cash, I remember when June Carter fell in love with him, and he, of course, he was madly in love with her. And I remember when we were all on tour together, and, you know, I cherish those memories, but I wish that I had known a little bit more then like I know now, because I would have gotten to know June a little bit better, because she is really, she was, she's passed away now, but she was a really wonderful Christian woman, and she wrote this wonderful love song for her husband, Ring of Fire. I think that's so cool. I'm a hopeless romantic. That's why I've had so many problems. Well, love is a burning thing it makes a fiery ring. I'm bound by a wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. You know the taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child, but oh, the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Morton? Everybody sing. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. One more time. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's one of my favorites. I absolutely love that song. It is so wonderful. And now I'm going to do a couple of Elvis songs, but I'm going to start out with an early one because we're going to stay in that time period just for a minute. A blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. It was on a moonlit night, the stars shining bright. You whispered on high, my love said goodbye. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Morton. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. It was on a moonlit night, the stars shining bright. You whispered on high, my love said goodbye. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. time, Morton. Well, it was on a moonlit night, the stars shining bright. You whispered on high, my love said goodbye. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue.
Well, if we go way back where it all began, it began because your brother, Gail Lewis, got a chance to do a record in Sun Studio in Memphis.
Yep.
Before that, had he been playing a lot of music at home, or where did it come from?
Well, he had been playing. You know, Mama and Daddy would work really hard. Daddy was farming, he was a sharecropper. And Mama would go out and pick cotton for other people to make extra money. And they gave all the money to Jerry so that he could have nice, beautiful shirts and clothes to wear to go out and play music, because they believed in him so strongly. And of course, we gathered all these eggs to sell so that Daddy could take Jerry to Nashville to audition. And when he got to Nashville, they said, "You have to learn how to play a guitar or we don't want you." And then they went back through Memphis. And Jerry said to my daddy, he said, "You know, Daddy, why don't we go to that place where Elvis went? Why don't we go to Sun Records?" And then, of course, the rest is history.
You were not so old at the time. He's 12 years older than you, your brother. but did you see it all, or do you remember it all back there? Or?
Well, I remember gathering those eggs, but now when Jerry tells this, he tells a different story. He says that he gathered the eggs. But I promise you, with those beautiful shirts he was wearing, he never got out in the hen house. But yeah, I do remember a lot. I remember a lot of things. I especially remember our first trip to Memphis. That was so magical for us, because we were just really poor people, and we had never stayed in a hotel or a motel in our lives. And I'd never been swimming anywhere except in the lake, and to go into the swimming pool at that hotel. And my brother was so good to us. He made sure that we enjoyed everything right along beside him.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I love to tell this story because it's a very wonderful memory for me, and I have so many people everywhere ask me, "Did you ever meet Elvis?" And of course I did. You know, they picked me up at the airport in Memphis. I had flown up there from Natchez, Mississippi, which is the closest airport to Faraday, Louisiana, which is where we lived at that time. So my country bumpkin self got on this airplane and went to Memphis, and they picked me up at the airport, and they said, "Well, we're going to stop by the Memphian Theater, and you can meet Elvis." And I didn't think that much about it. I was just a silly teenage kid, you know. I didn't know what was going on. And we walked in there, and we were in the lobby of the Memphian. He had rented it. You know, he did that frequently to go and watch a movie, because he couldn't just go out to the movies like the rest of us, because people would bother him and mob him and stuff. So he had to rent the theater so he could go watch a movie. And that's what was happening that night. Him and his friends were there. And I looked across the lobby, and it was about as far as from here to that back wall, and where that sign is, that poster back there is. And I looked, and I saw Elvis. And, you know, some people will say to me, "Well, did he look as good in person as he did in the movies and in his photographs?" I say, "Well, actually, he looked at least 10 times better in person than he did in the movies or in his photographs." And I'm looking at him, and he's walking across toward us, and they introduced me. And I reached out and shake hands with him, and he took my hand and kissed it, which was absolutely wonderful. And and then he asked about my brother, and he asked the person with me about my brother, because when he walked away, he looked back at me and laughed. Because then I realized that I had been standing there the whole time like this. And I caught, you know how you do that and you catch yourself and you go. I thought, oh my goodness, because I'm sure that happened to him. I'm sure it happened all the time.
But that was, you know, I should have been expecting more than what I was expecting because I was absolutely just knocked out by that. And every time I hear this song, or every time I do this song, or think about this song, I think about how I felt when I saw that gorgeous man. Maybe we should edit that out. My husband might see this. One night with you is what my heart's praying for. The things that we two could plan would make my dreams come true. Just call my name and I'll be right by your side. I need your sweet helping hand. My love's too strong to hide. I always lived a very quiet life. I ain't never did no wrong. Now I know my life without you has been too lonely, too long. One night with you is what my heart's praying for. The things that we two could plan would make my dreams come true. I always lived a very quiet life. I ain't never did no wrong. Now I know my life without you has been too lonely, too long. One night with you is what my heart's praying for. The things that we two could plan would make my dreams come true. Thank y'all. Nothing ever came of that because you know what? I was a country bumpkin from Faraday, and Priscilla was there, and she was absolutely sophisticated and beautiful as she could be. So that's the way it goes, isn't it? Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting as wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, well, my hands are shaking and my knees are weak. I can't even stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little mixed up, but I'm feeling fine. When I'm with that man that I love best, my heart beats so it scares me to death when he touch my hand. What a chill I got. His lips are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say he's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yeah, yeah, yeah.